Hey gamers, Walmart Nicky Jakey here. The Nicky Jakey video on Counter-Strike and his adventure to play Premiere has gotten me and my friends so addicted to it, and the only thing I can think of that comes close to this feeling is probably masochism.
Fuck. Oh. Put the hog down! Put it down!
He's gonna push you.
Guys, gonna make me laugh.
Dude, he's coming to do.
Shut the fuck up!
Just like other people on the internet, I like to research, and I like to look for mysterious things that no one else would ever know about my favorite thing ever. And although I've only talked about Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon on my channel, I actually do like a lot of other things. More specifically, like dances. I like a lot of dances, including dances such as the Orange Justice from Fortnite, the Gritty from Fortnite too. I really like Fortnite, but those might be a little too underground for you because you are stupid and a noob and you don't know shit about dancing like I do, because look at me, I look like I dance every fucking day. So one thing I think I could teach you about is the Whip and Nae Nae, my favorite dance from 2015. Did you know that 2015 was 16,000 years ago? Next year will be 2017. Press like for affirmations of gold and fucking rainbows or something, I don't know. So, in order to teach you all more about the Whip and Nae Nae, I decided to make a spooky, scary iceberg about the Whip and Nae Nae that will be covering all of this knowledge about the Whip and Nae Nae. You may not be even able to read some of the text. It might be too small. I'm not too sure how big this PNG is going to be. If you are somehow unaware of what an iceberg is, it is a big piece of ice in the middle of the ocean, and emphasis on really big. Usually, when you look at an iceberg, you can only see the tippy top of it, but underneath, there are a bunch of layers underneath. So, in order to be pretentious and teach people about a topic, people have sectioned off gate-kept pieces of information towards the bottom, and well-known knowledge is at the top. So, I did that with the Whip and Nae Nae. What am I doing? What am I doing, dude? Oh my god, why? In this iceberg, I have split it up into how many sections? Four sections. I've split this off into 4 sections with the tip, the middle, the bottom, and the deep, dark, scary hell pit. Because it's really scary, and you might not even know what I'm talking about. So, so let's kick this video off with my tip. I mean, the tip of the iceberg, not any other one. I don't know why I emphasize that. I feel like you could tell.
Watch me whip. Watch me nae nae.
The Whip and Nae Nae originates from the 2015 song by Silento, named Watch Me, in parentheses, Whip/Nae Nae. The Whip and Nae Nae is a dance that goes as follows. First, you hit them with a little one of these. That is the whip. And then, here comes the next part. So after you're done with this, you'll then pivot your right foot to go like this, and then you'll probably pivot your left foot to do this, like standing straight, and then you'll do a little bit of this action. And that's the Nae Nae. Some of you astute fans of mine, I don't think you people are astute, but sure, might be asking, well, what does the Whip and Nae Nae actually mean? And I looked this up, and genuinely, I don't think there is supposed to be a meaning. I could be so wrong on this, guys. There could be some metaphor to the Whip and Nae Nae, but I just kind of think it's one of those songs that just kind of tells you what to do when you do a very specific action. That one song that goes to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, now kick, now kick. Oh wait, I'm not going far enough on screen. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. And then, get this part. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. I feel so white doing this. But the song takes much inspiration off of types of songs that tell you a certain action and then you do them in a crowd, mostly full of white people. But I'm not going to try and make any race claims here. I'm not the guy to do that. Silent O. Silent Toe? Silent O? Is that how you... I think that's how you say it. That really feels like the only way to say that name. Silent O is the name of the artist who created the Whip and Nae Nae. We'll get to something really funny that he did later. I don't think it's actually that funny. It's a little facetious to call it funny, but he did something that it will be covered later in this video. So stick around and watch, and make sure to subscribe and buy my Patreon merch and all my stickers. Watch me, watch me. This is another part of the song that is commonly said with the Whip and Nae Nae. As the lyrics go, watch me, ooh, watch me, ooh, watch me, also refers to the name of the song that the Whip and Nae Nae originates from, which is a pretty cool Easter egg if you think about it hard enough. And also, watch me is said before whip and nae nae. It's like the song goes like, watch me whip, now watch me nae nae. Like, watch me do that thing. That is all of the basic knowledge that you need to know the tip of the iceberg for the Whip and Nae Nae iceberg that I have so graciously left you in my place. I'm saying this like I'm being offered to some cult and I'm gonna be sacrificed tomorrow. Now we get to the middle, and this is where the information starts to get a little bit more obscure. So you may not actually know any of this information right here. Don't tell me in the comments if you do, because I don't care. Watch Me Superman. Watch Me Superman references the part of the Whip and Nae Nae song in which Silento says so gracefully, now watch me Superman. You may not know what that means, but I think I can give you a pretty accurate representation of what the Superman means in terms of the song, as well as to the dance of the Whip and Nae Nae. In order to Superman a hoe, you gotta give him one of these. You gotta give him one of these. Yeah, that's how you do it. If I ever see Jeff Bezos walk in the streets, real life Lex Luthor, I'm gonna give him one of these. I'm finna give him one of these. Cause it's like a Superman. It's like a... Oh man, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. One of these. One of these. One of these will teach him right. Hey. God damn. Just put me down like a dog. Much like the material explored, this video is not for children. So this is like a stupid thing that I found when making this video. There is a article by the HuffPost which has a parent talking about their experience of their child experiencing the song, and I thought it was a really funny thing. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of this article because I think honestly you'll get a kind of a laugh out of it. As fathers, both Puck and I were having a discussion about a dance that our kids had been exposed to by their peers. If you haven't heard it by now, you are perhaps living under a rock or have better things to do other than look at social media. Because we all have better time spent. I guess that is kind of true. I would rather look at real life than social media. Thanks, Puck and I. I am, of course, referring to the Watch Me, parentheses, whip/nae nae, end parentheses, end quote, song. We had a gut feeling that some of the moves and terms in the song had questionable origins or meanings. So once again, I don't think it has like any explicit meaning outside of that, but whatever. A search of several internet sites, as well as asking friends what their interpretations were, yielded the results you see in this video, which I think is the Whip and Nae Nae. I think they just linked the Whip and Nae Nae video to this article.
Now, in a clinical setting, this part of the dance looks like this, as demonstrated by my lab associate, Mr. Puck. Nice job, Puck. Now, although this appears to be just a fun dance, another interpretation is that it is slightly reminiscent of waving one's hands in a celebratory fashion whilst grabbing someone's hair and performing the intercourse on them in the style of the dog.
There are sexual terms and themes explored, so be warned if you watch. Much like the material explored, this video is not for children, which is where the quote comes from, and then after that it says, as parents, when you have a weird feeling about something having to do with your kids and their well-being, you should pay attention to those instincts and feelings. Listening to that little voice in your head is what makes really good parents, who in turn have a better shot at making really good kids. Okay. Alright, yeah, I mean, I did the Whip and Nae Nae as a kid, and I feel like I turned up pretty good, so I don't know. I guess I was just like a little stupid 10-year-old in 2015. Hillary Clinton Whip and Nae Nae on Ellen. As the title suggests, Hillary Clinton, former presidential candidate and alleged, went on the Ellen show and did the Whip and Nae Nae. This video is... I'm trying to be like really satire with this, but this video is just really funny to look back on, like everything else that Hillary Clinton did. Pokemon go to the polls! And with that, that wraps up the middle course of the Whip and Nae Nae Iceberg. Are you following along yet? Have you remembered or been a fan to know these things? Have you? Don't lie. I know when you lie. And now, it's time to transition further down into the bottom. This isn't actually the bottom of the iceberg, but it's like getting closer there, so like, you know, something. Here, you're gonna find a lot more scarier things to do with the Whip and Nae Nae, because honestly, if you know this stuff, you are definitely on a lot of watch lists. So, yeah. To start this scary thing off with, the first topic is the Whip and Nae Nae in Google search terms and in relevancy. Okay, time to look at some stats. According to this chart that I found on the internet, which may or may not be accurate, I'm not gonna look that up. The Whip and Nae Nae is declining in relevancy on Google search terms. Who would have guessed? This is scary and unfortunate because that means that the Whip and Nae Nae may die. It will die. It will get murdered out in the street. I'm not actually gonna... Oh god, this is a bad joke. This is a bad joke. The Whip Nae Nae Cat. The video Whip Nae Nae Cat, uploaded by Stanley64 on March 14th of 2019, sees a cat doing the Whip and Nae Nae to the Nokia ringtone. That cat can do it. Listen, as a professional in the field, I think this guy can do it. I think this guy can do it pretty good. This video shortly went viral in 2019 or after, and got 143,000 views, which is not 143 million views, which officially means that the Whip and Nae Nae started to die in 2019, or whenever the graph said so. I'm not gonna look at the graph again. This is way too much work for me. This video to some is also really scary, because sometimes the cat will be really scary to people if you don't like cats. But I like cats, so this video is really funny, and I pee myself because I laugh so hard, not because I'm scared.
Then the beat dropped.
The music started, and we started to sway to the beat. Then the beat dropped, and we exploded into our moves. We were doing the whip, the nae nae, we were bouncing all over the place, hitting the quan too. And that officially ends the bottom. I really didn't do much work on this video, I'm gonna be so for real with you. And now, if you've made it all the way to the end, get ready to be scared and to pee your pants and shit all over the place. This is the deep, dark, scary hell pit of the iceberg. So get ready to have your nuts twist and to have a good time. Prison? What does prison mean? Alright, so a lot less funny of a topic, and I really can't be like super ironic with this one, but I will explain this for no one who knows. So after Silento, or Ricky Hawk, drops the Watch Me Whip and Nae Nae song in 2015, he later releases a few other songs with collaborations with different artists. And then in 2019, he drops his own album called Fresh Out of High School. I haven't given it a listen to, but maybe you should. I don't know. I probably won't. After this album release, though, in 2020, there's a lot of substantial evidence that he started to deal with a lot of mental health issues.
Depression doesn't leave you when you become famous. It just adds more pressure. And while everybody's looking at you, they're also judging you. When I get depressed, I won't answer the phone, I won't text back, because when I'm depressed, I'm not speaking to no one. I don't know if I can truly be happy. I don't know if these demons will ever go.
And in 2020, he was first arrested for going 143 on Interstate 85 in LA. And then after bailing out a few months later, he is then arrested again for chasing two people down with a hatchet inside of their own home in, again, LA. Unfortunately, even with all of these crimes, Ricky Hawk was still let go, supposedly on bail, and on January 21st, 2021, the DeKalb County Police Department reported that his 34-year-old cousin, Frederick Rooks III, was killed. There were no suspects at the time, however, Ricky Hawk was soon identified as the killer and was taken into police custody, later admitting that he was guilty, but due to mental illnesses. Surprisingly, he ended up in prison for 30 years and will not be out until 2051. Hopefully, the Whip and Nae Nae will still be relevant in 2051, which will mean that Silento has to give us the Whip and Nae Nae too, because what else will come out in 2051? I'm sorry, you tell me. And if you've made it this far, this is the last topic on the iceberg, so get ready to be scared, okay? This is gonna be really scary, so just go ahead and watch. Did you make it through the entirety of that video? Well, congratulations. You are not a baby. You have made it through the Whip and Nae Nae super scary iceberg. Yeah, yay! Whip, Nae Nae, ha, ha, ha. Look at me, look at me, look at me. If you like this iceberg video, make sure to click like and subscribe and, hit the bell and, comment your favorite Whip and Nae Nae video in the comments, and do the Whip and Nae Nae and send it to me on hashtag Novak64 on something, I don't know, just tag your video with hashtag Novak64 Whip and Nae Nae, and I will watch it. If you want more iceberg videos, let me know in a year. I'm not making them regularly. You cannot make me do that. You will not make me do that.